Determine whether the given coordinates form a right angle triangle. They are only giving us these 3 points. And they want us to decide whether these 3 points will form a right triangle or not. If you have no clue how to begin with, draw it up. Start with a graph paper or make a quick sketch. 3 and 0. Here is point A. And we have negative 4 and 4. Negative 4 and 4. This is point B. And then we have negative 1, negative 2. Here is point C. Once you draw it out, once you make a quick sketch, you can now come up with a right triangle. Well, not sure if it is a right triangle, but for sure, this is a triangle. Where can you find the right angle? At which point would you see a right angle? Would it be angle A, angle B, or angle C? Angle C. We are suspecting that this will look like, this will give us a right angle, but for now, not sure. How do you check if those two lines will create a right angle? You use a protractor, but when your sketch isn't 100% precise and accurate, you probably cannot measure it with a protractor. What are the things that we've learned today, and how do we use those concepts to come up with right angle? Slope. Yes. You find the slope. Which two lines do you want to work with? Do you need the slope for all 3 lines? No. You probably will only need the slope between A and C and the slope between B and C. If these 2 lines will give a slope that are negative reciprocal of each other, then we will have a right angle, and therefore this is a right angle triangle. Using the slope formula, we have 1/2 for the first slope. And for the second one, between point B and point C, 4 minus negative 2 and negative 4 minus negative 1, we have 6 over negative 2. We have these two slopes. Don't stop your question here. We see negative reciprocal between the two slopes, and they are asking you if these 3 points will give us a right angle triangle. You need to answer the questions here. Providing your calculation is one part, giving your coming up with your reason will be another part, and then your conclusion. Since these two slopes are negative reciprocal of each other, or in another word, since the product of these two slopes will give us negative 1, therefore the line from A to C and the line from B to C are perpendicular. This is the sign for perpendicular. And therefore, triangle ABC is a right angle triangle.